it's a level playing field, right? It's for the people that are hungry. It's for the people that want to make a firm commitment. And that's what I love, watching other people become successful. And I think we're going to get a lot out of our special guest this morning. We'll introduce him in a few minutes. But I went to church yesterday. It's my happy day, my favorite day over here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. And I took a few things out of that sermon yesterday. And it's something that we all have to face in this business. And it's called the doubt devil, right? The doubt devil. And or I call him the dream stealer, right? It's the voices in our head, right, that tell us that we're not good enough, we can't do it, that we can't accept the no's in this business. And I say to each and everybody on this call this morning, it's the strength within you. It's the purpose you have. It's the reason you have, right? Whether it be your children, your mom and dad, your church, whatever that reason is, if it's strong enough, you will overcome any excuse that confronts you, right? You could beat the doubt devil down in quick fashion by just being strong, right? So, Kirk, as you can tell, I'm a little fired up this morning, brother.
Yeah.
What's your day look like, Kirk? What's your week? I know you're always planning.
Yeah. Listen, it's another exciting week. Well, I look at the seasons. We're in a season for this business, and people have come into the new year. Finances are tough right now for a lot of people, and we have something to offer everybody, and that's what I'm excited about. And what's really cool, John, is you and I and Julius have been at this for, what is it, 17, 18 months now. And, the stars are rising, and it's fun to watch all these leaders appearing. And, we knew it was coming. We knew it was going to happen. It's just putting in the time, putting in the work, developing leaders. And, you said it last night, and, I love that because, I'm not building a business, I'm building leaders. And when you find them, you focus on them and you highlight them because they're the people that are stepping up and doing what they need to do. Understanding that everybody's not going to build this the way we do. Some people just want to make some extra cash, and that's okay. But we're in a season right now where we can give people who are struggling hope again, and that's what I'm excited about.
So you know what, Julius? I want to get right to our special guest. I want to get right to him. Let me for everybody that's out there, I guess satisfaction would be a word. I guess we get excited. We get enthusiastic to a higher level when people give us their energy, right? No pun intended, right? We're in the energy business. This gentleman, I've heard a lot about him. He hails out of Chicago. His name is Milton Burt. And when I heard Milton Burt speak and I saw his posture, heard his confidence, I'm saying to myself, wow, I know a lot of people in this industry. I don't know if I ever heard anybody at this gentleman's level. And he's a young man. He's got a history of success in leading people and helping people to the highest levels. We're all blessed to have Milton. And what we're going to do, Julius, Kirk, and myself, we're going to let Milton give everybody his vision, his why, his purpose, and what his destination is. And then we're going to ask him a few questions. So, Julius, I want you to think of a few questions. Kirk, if you could do the same. And Milton Burt, are you there, brother?
I'm here, brother. Can you hear me?
Oh, look at this man's getup. Not surprised, not surprised. Milton, I want you just to do what you do. Let everybody know who you are, why you're here, and more importantly, where you're going and how many people are you taking with you.
Hey, John. Before Milton jumps in, I got to do it. I got to do an introduction, correct? Because I got to see this young man come up. I got to see him build culture. I got to watch him in a previous company, and I want everybody to understand that Milton Burt, you know, he set a standard. He set a standard. I watch him do it for his team. I watch him help people have success, but then build a culture where he was going to people's jobs with a limousine to celebrate them promoting. I saw him build a community around his team. So when you talk about servant leadership, you know, I in my favorite book, it says, when, lazy hands don't produce fruit. But this young man came into the previous company, and I watched him celebrate people more than they were probably celebrated by their parents sometimes. I watched him, I'm talking pulling up at people's jobs, their homes when they celebrated, to let them know that they were special for doing the work. And, we see Milton and you see his posture, but it's so much in the background that I know and I got to see him do for other people. So you talk about somebody serving his team. He serves his team in a way that I had never seen before. And when I bring him on this morning, we're going to hear from him. You're going to hear him speak on different calls. You're going to see him speak on different stages. But this is a man that gives back to his team, not just his time, but his celebration. And so I want to welcome to the stage. I want to welcome to one of the stages, none other than Mr. Milton Burt Jr., incredible leader, a young, exciting leader. And good morning and welcome to the Mojo Call, my friend.
Wow. Well, first and foremost, I have to give it back to you and Big John and Kirk for having me on this call. I have the utmost respect for all three of you. Thank you so much. Wow, that introduction, man, was definitely a great introduction from you both. And I thank each and every one of you again for having me. I've seen what you three have done in this industry, and you all have also set a standard for many of us to follow. And I just appreciate all three of you all. I love you all, and I thank you again for allowing me to be here. And I'm honored to build it big with each and every one of you. So thank you again. I have to give credit where credit is due, because you all are three legends in our industry, and I respect all three of you, and I salute you three. So thank you so much again for the introduction. I truly appreciate it. All right, so to answer the first couple of questions before you all ask me the questions, which I like even better. I love when you all pick my brain, and I can definitely answer questions that people may have. But to tell everyone a little bit about who I am, my name is Milton Burt Jr. I am out of Chicago, Illinois. I've been in this industry for about 10 years, since I was 25. And that's where me and Julius and Kirk, that's where we met, and in my first company. And man, my vision for Think is very big, very big. I see this company being $1 billion company. I see this company helping many, many people change their lives forever, their families' lives forever. I see many people, including myself, earning well over $1 million a month. And I'm not talking about in a selfish way. I'm talking about the reason this is going to happen is because we're going to go out and put the work in and help other people earn millions of dollars a month and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month and change their lives forever. And I just see this company going down as one of the best companies in history. I really see it. I see the vision. I've never been a part of an opportunity where you can help people save money without spending any money. We have an opportunity that's truly one of a kind. I've never, ever seen an opportunity where you can help people save money without spending any money. I've never seen an opportunity where you can come into this business and you can, if you put the work in, earn thousands of dollars, all right? Thousands of dollars and only invest $49 into a business. I've never seen a business where you could come in for that low of an amount, become your own customer, okay, and pretty much not only break even in this business, but you have a chance to become profitable depending on what market you're in. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And one thing I said when I decided to really commit to Think Energy, I said, you know what? No matter what I do or what happens in this business, I know I have an opportunity where I believe 99% or 100% of the people here can win, especially if you're in a market where you can be your own customer. Because just think about it. If you spend $49 to join this business, with tax, it may come to $52, $53. And you just, if nothing else, support yourself. Just you supporting yourself, and you become your own customer. Let's say you sign up for electricity and you sign up for community solar if you're able to. Okay, depending on your market. And I believe, as a matter of fact, and even in the lowest market, I believe that will be no less than $80 when everything is paid out. Not to mention, if you pay your bill on time, you will earn a $100 gift card. So when I did the math, okay, because at the end of the day, money is still money, gift card, however they pay it, it's still money. When I did the math, I said $180. You only spent $49 to join. Okay, we all understand there's a $99 annual renewal fee, but that's 12 months later. Okay, but even with that, if you just did that, okay, not only do you have a successful business where you're profitable right out of the gate, okay, but you have a business with no overhead, and you pretty much have won. And the reason I say you won, regardless if you do anything else, is because most businesses is going to take you at least 6 years to become profitable after starting your business. All right. So again, if nothing else, I knew I had an opportunity where people will not be able to say, oh, I joined this opportunity and I lost money, or I joined this opportunity and I may have made $300 this month, but the next 10 months I made nothing, and my auto ship or smart ship was $40. So really I'm in the red. So that was really something that really caught my attention. Also, knowing that our owner has been very successful in this space. And how many of you understand that when you have experience and you've been successful, it's not a question of if you're going to win. You know how to win because you've already won at the highest level. So it was just a lot of things that I saw with Think Energy. Not to even mention that we have a real recession-proof business. Okay, a real recession-proof business. If you ever heard me present, I say it all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. People use electricity. People will be in foreclosure, but they will still make sure they pay their electricity bill. People will let their car get repossessed, but they will not let their electricity bill go unpaid. So I understood that we had something that was very unique, but it was also something that's necessary. And I'm just excited, man. I'm just fired up early, got up around 5 a.m., started working on my list because I understand that this is all a numbers game. It's all about numbers. So when you understand that, and I know that's something that me and Big John talk about a lot, that whatever a person feels that they lack in talent, even though I don't believe anyone on this Zoom lacks anything in talent, you can always make up in numbers. So I'm excited. I'm ready to answer any questions that each of you may have. And I'm excited. I'm ready to rock and roll. So again, let's do it.
That's it. That's it. I'm going to jump in. Can I get the first question, John? I know you're ready, John. I know you're ready.
But Milton's got me fired up. And that don't happen too often, man. But yeah, Jewel. Yeah, brother.
So Milton, listen, man, when we talk about numbers, because today, I want to hit with numbers, right? So when you jumped into this, right, and you talk about, you hit some things. You said, hey, look, this is the first business you done seen where somebody can actually make a profit and make savings without spending any money. So in Chicago, when you launched, can you take a minute and talk about what a launch looks like for you?
Great question. That's a great question. What does a launch look like to me? For me, when I first honestly launched Think, it was at least 400 names on the notebook. Okay, so usually I would have like a big event at a hotel or something like that, but I didn't do it this time that way. I had about 400 names in a notebook, and I started dialing. I started dialing and started letting people know what was about to happen. It was a sense of urgency. I even share with the team all the time. I say, if you're not building this business with a sense of urgency, it's not going to happen. You have to build this business like your life depended on it. All right. It has to be a 911 emergency. So when I started making those calls, it was a 911 emergency. And I tell people this all the time. I said, just think about it. When a lot of people, they say, I don't know if I could do this business, or I don't know if, I'm going to have success. I say, think of it like this. If the doctor told you that you only had 2 weeks, unfortunately, to live, unless you went out and got 5 or 10 customers, I guarantee you, everyone on this line right now will go out and get those customers. I guarantee you without question. Why? Because it's a 911 emergency. So when I start building anything, especially when I'm as driven as I am now, because I'm not going to lie, a lot of people think when they see people like us who've had success in this industry that we don't go through ups and downs, that we don't have setbacks, that we don't have challenges. And it was even more important now for me to build this business with a 911 emergency, especially with some things that had happened before I started building this opportunity. So that's what it looked like for me. Urgency. I called about, a lot of people, over probably 200 to 300 people just off the bat, letting them know, hey, this is what's happening, and it's time to roll. And then we start setting up the Zooms, doing the Zoom launches and everything like that. But as far as launching, I'm looking to call at least 300 to 400 people and really get some momentum going. Also create some success stories, because I understand stories, that's what really sells the opportunity. So even when I get started with something, it's important for me to have success, yes, but it's even more important for people that's a part of our organization to have success, like the Gail Howard Johnsons, who came into this business 75 years young, came into this business on March, I believe, 18th. And in less than 12 or 13 days, she not only promoted to regional, but she also got her 30 customers and was able to earn her $5,000 at 75 years young. Many stories like that. So again, I understand that you have to build this business with a 911 emergency, and when you launch, you gotta go hard or don't come at all, because right now you're aiming to build momentum. Even right now, I know what is at stake and what has to happen right now, because you have to build momentum, because once you catch the big mo, it's game over. Nothing can stop it. So that's what me launching Think Energy looked like for me.
Thank you, sir. Turn over to John. Go ahead, John.
Milton, we have the same mindset. You just dress a little better to me, brother. There's no doubt about that. And you know what, Milton, I always say to people, right? This business is like getting an airplane off the ground, right? When you first come in, when you first make that, I call it, I won't even say a decision. I'll use the word commitment, right? Nobody has the vision. We have an advantage because we've been there before. So new people coming in won't have the extent of a Kirk Coran, a Julius Weems, a Milton Burt, Ted Moore, so many, seasoned veterans in the opportunity. But it's our job to give those people our vision, right? I've done it a few times in my day. From my passion, you certainly have the passion. But Milton, how do you give people your vision? What is your process for molding a leader, for seeing something in someone that they never saw in themselves?
Great question, Big John. So with me, I believe you have to lead by example. You have to lead by example, as many of you do on this call, because you can't tell someone to go out and be a huge builder and go change lives, and you're not out there changing lives. You can't tell someone to plug in and hop on the calls, and you're not plugging in and hopping on the calls, because as we've all learned very early on, people don't do what you say, they only do what you do. So I try my best to lead by example and make sure that no one is going to outwork me, period. You're not going to outwork me. you're not going to sponsor more people than I'm going to sponsor. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And I'm not saying this again to be cocky or toot my own horn, but I've never recruited anyone that's going to outwork me and outproduce me or sponsor me. And if I even see that looking like it's about to happen, I'm going to step my game up to a whole nother level, just because, to make sure that that person knows you're not going to outwork me and you're not going to outsponsor more people than I'm going to sponsor, period. So I believe where that comes from is leading by example. You have to walk the walk and talk the talk. And it just, from there, you know, people respect you, and they're willing to fly with you and run with you, because they see that you're not a person that's just sitting back. Like many people in this industry, they'll sit back and say, man, if I get a Julius Weems, or if I get a Kirk, or if I get a Big John, if I get someone like that, man, I'll be able to sit back, and man, especially if I get them on all three different legs, or even a Mike Harcheski, if I get one of them, man, wow, you know, I'm going to be set, and I can sit back and you know, eat the good of the land. But I've never been that type of person. I've never looked to get lucky or anything like that, and get someone like that to be able to free me up and have me not be able to do anything. I've always been the one to say, hey, I'm going to go out and put the work in, and always lead by example. So I believe that is what I aim to do, and that's what I do, and that's what I've done over the last 10 years. Just worked very, very hard. I wasn't waiting on luck, because I believe that if you work hard, you know, the harder you work, the more lucky you'll become. So that's my answer to that question.
Well, you know what, Milton, it sounds, I'm going to put this in Kirk's hands. You know, it sounds like, you know, if I didn't see a picture, I didn't hear a voice, your message is the same as Kirk Curran's, right? He's a competitor. He don't want anybody outdoing him. He wants to lead by example, because he knows other people will see how righteous he is. Not to say to do this before he's already done it. You know, so success leaves clues in this business. It's not a hard business. It's not a hard business, but it leaves a lot of clues. So Kirk, a broke firefighter from Johnstown, New York, that wanted more in his life, that made millions of dollars and retired himself and his wife at a young age. Kirk, roll with Milton here, man.
Well, you know, obviously, you know, first off, Milton, I'd like to thank you for believing in me. You know, I do believe we have the same mindset, and you know, I'm excited that, you know, I reached out to you, and, you know, the timing wasn't perfect for you at the time, but you took a spot. And when the timing was right, you said, I'm ready. You reached out to me and said, what do we got to do here? Let's talk about attacking this thing. And, you know, you've come out of the gate swinging, and I love that. My question to you, and I'm excited to hear the answer in detail, is, you know, Big John's one of the best in the business, and he knows what to do and when to do it. And I know that he put you on the line on a Zoom with our CEO, Michael Falquist. And I want you to talk about, you know, how you felt about that, you know, what it meant to you and how it changed your vision.
Great question. And again, thank you, Kirk, for definitely staying on me about this opportunity and telling me, you know, even though I was busy doing other things, Milton, trust me on this. And I'm, again, so honored to be here with you. But to answer your question, it meant everything to me. And I was so honored that Big John made that call and made that happen. And anyone else who was involved, I appreciate you all. And it meant everything to me just to hear his vision and to know that no one in this company, whether you've had success in this industry or not, you're not just a number to our CEO or owner, Mike. You are definitely a person who he wants to have success. He wants to be that person that helps everyone. And he's always working to improve the company, improve the comp plan, and to really make sure that we have an edge out here in this industry. So it meant everything to me. It got me fired up even more to be able to, you know, have his number. And if ever anything comes up, I can reach out to him and let him know, hey, I definitely look forward to being one of the main pioneers in this opportunity that goes out and really changes the trajectory of Think Energy forever. So it just meant a lot to me, and it just fired me up even more and made me even that more committed to go out and do what I need to do and do what I know I can do. You know, of course, with God's help. So yeah, it just meant everything to me. It was priceless.
Julius, back to you.
Man, I'm just sitting here thinking about, the vision, Milton, you just get me pumped up again, man, like I just signed up, man, because when I look at it, a lot of folks on the call are looking, folks from all over the country, and what does it look like every day for you when you get up? A leader like yourself, what's your daily routine? What does that look like?
And that's a great question, Julius. And I'm going to keep it real with you all. You know, when I get up, a lot of times, and I'm not going to lie, I don't want no one to think, because one thing about me, I'm a straight shooter. I'm not going to sit there and act like I don't have days where I get off track, or I don't have days where life happens, right? Things that you do not expect happens, and it it's all about how you react to those things. So I'm in that sense, I'm normal like everyone else, but for the most part, when I get up, I'm dialing, I'm calling my team. I make sure I hit my number for the day. So at the end of the day, my number, especially as of late, because I have some extra motivation that is really motivating me to really stay committed to a goal that I have. I get up and I make sure that, number one, I have sent out my audios to my leaders and the team members, letting them know what we're going to do today, or what I need them to do today in order for them to be successful, in order for me to be able to help them. Let me plug up my computer, make sure my computer is plugged up. It's supposed to be plugged up. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's saying it's running low. Okay, it wasn't plugged all the way in. All right, we should be good now. I didn't want to down you all, but I get up and I make sure that they know the assignment and what it is that we need to do. And I'm motivating them and say, hey, let's go, and letting them know, hey, we got this. But then also, I also make sure I'm holding myself accountable to hitting the amount of numbers that I need to hit every day. Like right now, from this day forward, and I've had many days where I don't talk to no less than 50 people. I'm talking about 50 new people. I'm not talking about 30 people on the team and 20 new people. No, I'm talking about 50 new people. Like today, I woke up with a different mindset even today, and I'm challenging myself not only in my business, but in my spiritual walk, my physical walk, getting back in the gym, getting up early. And I say, man, I got to hit 50 people every day, period. Every day I have to hit 50 people and make sure that they know about this opportunity. And if they don't want to join opportunity, I'm going to get them as a customer. So that's what it looks like. After that, I'm working on marketing material, because we're about to hit Facebook very hard with flyers, because there's been a lot of people that's promoted. Just in the last probably 2 weeks, we probably promoted like 7 or 8 regionals. I'm not sure. And I have to get the flyers out and different things. I'm also getting ready to launch a lot of our people's businesses via Zoom or home party. So it's a lot of marketing that goes into my daily routine, a lot of calls, a lot of numbers. But the most important thing that's very important to me, of course, when I wake up, of course, thank God first, and take care of my spiritual business, but also to make sure that I'm going through the numbers. Because again, the main thing that everyone needs to understand, that this is a numbers game. And I know everyone goes through life, okay? Because life is always going to life. Don't get me wrong. Life is always going to life, but you have to understand that no matter what, you have to go through those numbers. And sooner or later, when you start being faithful in going over those numbers consistently, it's going to rub off on your team. So if you're doing yourself 50 people a day, and you're sharing this with your team, you're showing your team this, eventually they may start doing 10 a day or 5 a day or 15 a day. And then if you have 10 leaders doing this, you're going to have massive momentum in your business. But again, you have to go through the numbers. You have to go through the pain. You have to go through the rejection. You have to go through the feeling of, I don't feel like doing this, but you do it anyway. So that's really what my morning routine looks like when I get up. It's all about numbers. It's the numbers. So that's my routine.
Milton, we're going to be mindful of everybody's time this morning. I see nobody got off this Zoom, and it's because the value you bring to everyone that you come in contact with. You have a gift from God, Milton. And Milton, I want to ask you a closing question. See, Why did I come out of retirement? It's number one, I love my beautiful wife, Lella, more than anything in the world. I love my family, my children, my grandchildren. I love my church, right? I believe I have a vehicle right here to help everything, to leave legacies, right? So my family don't have to worry when I'm no longer here. That's my goal, where I could give more to my church, right? So, Milton, close us out because I know you're a family man. You and I have spoken in depth. You know, we talk about, we all get rejection. That's what people don't realize. We get more rejection than anybody, but it doesn't bother us. Share your why with us, Milton, would you please?
No problem. My why is definitely just like you. I'm a family man. I have a great family. I love my entire family. Things that I want to do for my mother. You know, my mother, of course, we're all getting older, and she's been she's been amazing throughout my 10 years. I could not have asked for a better mother. I know everybody believes they have the best mother in the world, and of course I do as well. And just to be able to do a lot of things for her. Of course, even my father, my sister, my entire family. That's my why, to be able to help others be able to do things for their families, time freedom, and just to be able to leave a legacy, you know, for when I have children. I don't have any children as of right now, but when that day comes, eventually, to be able to leave a legacy for my children and my family as well. And I'm just excited, Big John. I'm excited. And again, to be able to help people in a time of need, be able to pay for medicine or pay for their children's college tuition, it means a lot to me. So I'm all about serving others. And if I could leave you all with one thing, I want to find something on here that I thought about, and I'm gonna try to find it real quick because I do want to be mindful of everyone's time. If you all give me 30 seconds, I want to read something to you all, a post I did a while ago, and if I can't find it, I'll make sure next time I have it for you all. But it's a post that just came to my mind, and I believe I'm gonna find it if you all bear with me, that I want to leave you all with to encourage you as you build this business. And again, if I don't find it in the next 20 seconds, I promise you I will have it ready for you all. I'm browsing through my phone right now. I will have it ready for you all on the next call. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
You can multitask, Milton. Surprise!
Yeah. I can multitask with the best of them. But I'm going to find if someone want to ask another question. But I'm going to show what it looks like.
Yeah, Julius. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, what I want to do is do some quick announcements tonight, guys. I just want to make sure everybody has this. Tonight we have our Women of Think tonight. I put that in the chat for everybody. That's 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's open to men and women, but to all the women on the call, I believe community is power. So I want all the women to join that call and support that call tonight. And then we have our business presentation at 8 p.m. Eastern. So following that call, we have our Monday night business presentation, and tonight our special speaker is Mr. Brendan Kinney. And so tonight, guys, make sure you have your teams lined up, have people prepared, work your list all day to get your team set up for everybody. So that's there, and I want you to know that's there. Also, from last night, many people were asking, the website for the first 48 is start.thinkenergy.biz. Start.thinkenergy.biz, and that is posted and ready for folks to download as well.
Julius, how would everybody find the woman's call? Where would they go to look to find that link, Julius?
It's on the Think Success website, and I've also posted the link in the chat. So I'm gonna put the link to it in the chat on our thinksuccess.plus page. I'll put that in the chat as well. That's where all of our events are. If you ever want to know where an event is, you can always go to thinksuccess.plus and look at events. Every event around the country is posted there and it is updated. So please utilize that as well.
One more thing I want to add, Julius. You know, this does conflict with the Monday night Zoom, and I apologize for that, but we have to fit things in where we can fit them in. Anybody who's looking for Texas-specific training, I will be posting it up on the Team Think Big Facebook page Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever the case may be, it's going to be at the same time as the Monday night Zoom. And understand, we do these Zooms every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 p.m. And then we have the 1 p.m. Zoom or training as well. So people need to, utilize these tools that we have. So I'll put that out there as soon as I get it. And I just want people, Texas specific training at 8 p.m. as well.
Milton, you find that, brother?
Yes, I got it. I found it.
You're gonna close us out with this, and then
Yes.
I'm gonna wish everybody a blessed day.
I'm going to close you all out with this, and I pray that this helps someone on a consistent basis every day. So this is a post that I had actually, I don't know if we were on this trip together, Kirk, but this was a while ago. And I had made this post, and matter of fact, this was 2018, but I read it almost every day that I remember to. But here we go. The biggest battle you will ever face in life is the battle between what you know versus how you feel. You cannot make important decisions in life based on how you feel, because your feelings are stupid, including my feelings. My feelings are stupid. I need you all to follow me. And I'm going to read it. I'm going to start over one more time. And we can actually, this could be something applied to us building this Think Energy business, which I'm going to bring it on home after I read this. The biggest battle you ever face in life is the battle between what you know versus how you feel. You cannot make important decisions in life based off of how you feel, because your feelings and my feelings are stupid and they have no brain, just as your brain has no heart or feelings. That's why when a person goes with their brain, they seem heartless. And when a person goes with their heart or how they feel, they seem thoughtless. For example, I really didn't feel like getting up early today and building my business, but I had to overlook how I felt and ask myself, Milton, what do you know? What are the facts? And the facts are the facts, and they will never, ever change, which are my goals. Do not care about how I feel. And if I don't put the work in, I will not get the results. So the moral of the story is always go with what you know when you're making important decisions in life, even when building your Think Energy business every single day. Always take time to ask yourself, what are the facts? It will definitely help you make great destiny decisions. And how I can apply this to Think Energy, like I said, you may not feel like getting up and building your business. You may not feel like talking to that next person. You may not feel like going again and again after you keep getting rejected and rejected and rejected. But again, you have to understand that's just your feelings, and all of our feelings are dumb. I hate to use that word, but it just is what it is. They're dumb. All right. And that's why, again, when we go with our feelings, and we can apply this to anything, we can apply this to relationships, other hard things in life, or challenging things in life. When we go with our heart, a lot of times we seem thoughtless, all right? But when we go with our brain, we seem heartless. So it may seem heartless that you don't have a lot of time to spend with this friend over here. You may not have a lot of time to waste time and go bowling every night, or go hang out every night, or do this to please this person, because you say, hey, I got to do this. I got to build my business. I have to make something happen for my family. I know it may seem I'm acting funny right now, but right now it's not the season for me to be hanging out. It's the season for me to build my Think Energy business. So at the end of the day, just always remember, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling like I want to give up, just remember, no matter how you feel, those are just feelings. You got to ask yourself, what are the facts? And the facts are, if you don't put the work in, you won't get the results. If you don't go through the numbers, you won't get the results. If you don't build this business like it's a 911 emergency, you will not be able to have the type of success that many people say they want to have. So that's my
Milton, bravo. Milton, let me put an icing on the cake to that. How about this? How about we go with what we know, right? To get what we want. And how about the feeling of achievement we will have, right? For just taking what you just said and implementing that, right? Go with what we know, go with the facts, forget our feelings, to achieve this sense of accomplishment from following that lead.
I agree. I agree 100%. That's right there. That's head on. So I agree, and couldn't have said it better.
Well, it doesn't matter what we did yesterday. It only matters what we do. We're not looking backwards. We're not going that direction. Today could be a new day for a lot of people. Today could be a better life, the start of a better life. I know it was a long call, Milton. I love you, brother. I appreciate everything you do and what you're about.
I love you more, man. I appreciate
God,
you.
God bless everyone. Have a blessed day. Make it a great day. Thank you.
Awesome call, guys. Thanks.